Everyone. So I think most of the people in my guild has known for quite some time that I've been doing a lot of Titanites every day, and I just want to share after doing 900 Titanites today, I'm still able to continue on and how I usually continue on. Hopefully, this is able to help you in your Titanite grinding on a daily basis, right? So in this case, after doing 900, of course, having a choice of fire and neutral, I'm definitely going to go for neutral. So in this case, I will have one combo, which is to heal up my Angus combo, or I will just use, this is usually my standard that I address every single neutral fight. I will usually go for this. In this case, of course, I have my RG at full energy, so I would not want to use it because I currently need him for any fire fights that is available. Okay, as you can see, I have Moloch and Vulcan both dead because they are very low level, and my fire titans are definitely the worst. So before I start on this, I will just have to show you why I want Araji and Ignis to be at full energy. So in this case, as you can see, I will go for just to demonstrate the fight of a firefight. Usually I will just go auto, basically having both of them ultimate at the same time. Then I will just be spamming on RG to be ulting again because I'm not going to use Ignis. Yeah, so in this case, I'm definitely killing Sylvia over here. And I'm barely taken much damage on RG, and it's okay to take some damage on RG because you will be healing him in neutral fights. So in this case, usually I will just get my RG in front. Nova will be the tank, right? Okay, this is the typical neutral fights that I will just go for. And as you can see, why is all my titans always in full energy kind of per se, is because I always try my best to be having it at full energy before I end the fight. So like you can see over here, I don't mind using okay, so as you can see, I'm definitely clearing them with all of my super titans with maximum energy, right? So that is one combo. Another one is definitely taking out RG because I want him for the firefights. I'll bring in Eden. I'll put in Sigurd. So in this case, I can able to heal up my Angus as I go, and I don't mind taking damage on my Sigurd at all because I'm able to heal him up on the water fight. So over here, of course, I've messed up quite a bit. So sorry. I'll just continue and use my Angus ultimate as soon as possible. Right. Of course, I'll be basically ulting everything, and I will make sure that my Eden hits one time before I use his ultimate. So in this case, as you can see, I've killed everyone except for Eden. So with this, I don't really need to use my Sigurd ultimate. I am okay for him to take another 1-2 hits from Eden, and with this I'm able to heal up my Angus, right? So that's how I usually do it. So let's just hopefully and see what is behind for me to maybe show you a little bit more on how I grind. So in this case, I'll be using this because we already know the outcome. The outcome is all of the supers are going to be full. So I'll make sure this goes. And RG, once he buff up the team, I'll be using his ultimate. And as we know, RG is going to be ulting soon. So I'll use my Nova to stun him up. And I don't mind taking some damage on the Nova. It's totally fine. Okay. So everything is in full energy. Okay. Water Titans is just a routine to me. How I usually do it, of course, I'll just use Myri as soon as possible with Hyperion, and I'll just take the damage as it comes. It doesn't really matter. Sigurd will ultimate, as long as the hits are coming. And this one we need to have a Nova Stun ASAP. So you basically don't really take much damage in this case. Right? Next, of course, another neutral fight. Another neutral fight, of course, you know, we can continue doing this, not an issue. Of course, these are all manual fights, which, you know, gives you better control in terms of how you want to do it. RRG buffs up the team, I'll use his ultimate. And Nova, I'll be prepping for the supers to be attacking, and I'll stop them. So as you can see over here, if Eden pulls down one of the opponents, I can just use Hyperion out and, you know, continue healing the team. So that's how I usually keep all of my Titans are quite high. And it's okay. I think for now, I maybe show you another combo that I usually do. The Sigurd part of things. So Sigurd can take some damage. It's totally fine, right? I actually just don't mind taking some damage on him. So I'll just do this, and Eden will be ulting once all of the opponent heroes are clumped up together. So in this case, we have a full energy Angus, and Hyperion out is already up. It's very essential to have Angus energy to be full before we start. So in this case, of course, I can show the, you know, the Earth Titan fights, which how I usually do it. Of course, we want Angus to be full energy because of this. You know, he's the most essential damage dealer in the whole of Earth team, especially for mine, since my Silva is totally useless. So in this case, that's how I usually do it, and taking minimal damage lah, as much as possible, right? So that's how I do for another 60 to 960.